Okay, body work is just about done on the nose. How's it going, guys? I'm starting to fix the mess up that I had here. I actually welded in some round bar. You can see it, it's really smooth here, but if you notice the thickness of this edge, as it came down here, it really flattened out and it was a real thin line. And this whole lip here was folded down like that. And I got it close. Now I just got to fine tune it, grind all my welds, and redo all my body work here. Which now, this being this way, it's actually going to take less Bondo than what I had on here. It was pretty substantial, you can see it. So that's a plus. I mean, there's a silver lining in every cloud, I guess. So I can rework this. Little down's just about done. I just got a little bit of ice and I got a sand there. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some primer on this guy. I gotta weld this nut back in here where it bolts and holes, and it's lining up pretty good now. And I'm gonna start working on a door skin. It's nice to see both of them out. But I'm gonna start doing the door skin on this. What I have to do is I have to take the glass out in the armatures, strip it down, because the less weight the better for me. And I got the door skin upstairs. I'm gonna start working on that. So I'm gonna try to take this one out with the skulls. My first attempt at skulls, and we're gonna hang that on the wall as reference. All right, so we're working on this. I'll bring it back when I got some more to show, and we will see you in a bit. Okay, I got it ground down. It looks okay. It looks better than what it did before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the board sander now, and I'm just gonna rub against this. It feels like there's a little lip here. I actually pounded. This seam here was up higher, and I hammered it down, so it's actually coming across now where it's supposed to be. This was all buckled out from when I smashed this, and this all came out, so I pushed this all back in, and I got this line again. So now it's just fill. Actually, now it shouldn't take as much fill as it did before. So nobody's perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, so this is like learning as I go too. I know enough to be dangerous. So got a nice sunny day. I got Rage Against the Machine on the iPod, and we're just jamming this thing out. So now I got this in a 36 scratch. I'm just gonna run it over one more time with the board sand to get a nice little tooth in there, a nice little bite, and we're gonna start applying the filler. So once I get this done, roughed in, I'm gonna hit it with 80, and then I'll skim it and hit it with, I got 100 long board too. I'll hit it with that, and then I want to get it down to at least 180, because that's what this is, and we'll try to get this to where this is, so I'm not going backwards, which I've already done. And I got a little bit of sanding to do on this lower panel, and I got the rest of this, which was, I didn't even know I had that. It was tucked in the garage so far I didn't even see it. So I'll be working on that, and once I get that all done, nose is gonna come off, primer, and we'll spot prime this too, and I will start working on that door skin. Alright guys, back in a bit. Alright, body work is pretty much roughed in. Used way less fill than what I had on there before, so I'm happy with that, pleased with that. It looks like there's a high spot right here, and I felt it, and it feels like there's a little bump, so I might have to tap that down, and then I'm going to prime it. I'm going to tap it, prime it, and then spot fill it, and take care of that so I can build all the rest of the stuff up. It's hard to see, but the thickness of this bezel is retained. It's back. See, it's nice and thick. As you would come over to this side, it's thick. See it? So even this is a little funky too, but that's hidden behind a light bezel. I am going to touch this up. It's picking it up. You can see it. So I'm going to take care of that. I got to rip the nose off. and I'm gonna throw a coat of primer on it, 2K. I'll have to hit this again. I gotta just hit this with 180, and I just did this. And this is the icing, glazing putty, and this is the green is the actual Bondo or Chromolite. It's a filler. I got the door off and took all the hardware out of it. I left the actual window crank assembly in it, the gear assembly. I'm not going to take that out. Got the window out. It's all scratched up. And I don't know if I'm going to go boneyard hunting for windows. All the hardware for the door is here. I got to bag it and tag it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a grinder and we're going to grind this edge until we get you burn through, and you'll see the actual edge of the skin and the door shell. You don't want to go too far and go too crazy with it, because you'll burn into that door shell and it's just it won't fit right. And then there's a bunch of tack wells up on here that I got to drill out. And like I say, you take the grinder and you grind all the way on this edge till you burn through this lip. And you'll see it. You'll know when you get through. And then I'll actually maybe do a demonstration of it on the video. Maybe not. It's running late. It's getting late in the afternoon, and I gotta get this guy pushed back in and primed. So what we're gonna do is put primer on it, and we'll be back. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Oh, how the sun really shows the imperfections. I got a lot of work to do. See that? I just noticed that. There's some bubbles there too. Alright, there. High spot. Well, the car is, what I'm trying to do is get all the panels together, and then I'm going to either go front to back or back to front and just take it all down and get it, it's close. So this is like a roughed in setup. That's done. There's a discrepancy there too with the lower panel and the higher panel where they meet. There's a big bow right here, and this is kind of kicked in, so I might have to, oops, why am I so zoomed in? I might have to bang this out. Once I push that back, you can see the lip here. So a lot of tricksies going on here with this car front end, but it is what it is. I'll get it to go. Yeah, I gotta do some work on this. So I'm gonna start taking the skin off, flap a disc. What's going on? I'll move the Jeep. Take a flapper disc and you run it along the edge until you burn through, and you'll see the seam. Then along the top here you have tack wells all the way up on the top half. You just grind those down, and there's a middle bracket here on the inside of this cavity that's seam sealed to the panel so it doesn't vibrate. See all the seam seal here too. So you wire wheel, I'll grind all that off, and we're gonna do that. I'll bring you back and show you how it looks on the side so you don't completely blow through. Alright, wow, this thing is beat. Alright, back in a bit. Alright guys, I'm ground through. I ground through here, you can see the line. It's you can see a faint line, like a split between the two. That's what you want to go for. You don't want to go too crazy with this. And get towards the bottom, and it just actually started just popping itself. So bottom of this door is wasted, but as you can see, the skin is actually just coming off by itself. So it's all loose to this point. Now I got to come over here with the air chisel, and I got to find these tack wells. There's one here, one here. And essentially grind these out, or air chisel them out. I want to grind them, weaken them up a bit, and then I'm going to air chisel it out. And then I flip this carcass over and try prying this up. So really nothing to it getting them off. So as you can see, that should pop right off. See, it's just rolling. It's just the weight of the door shell on itself here. So when I flip this thing over, it should go a little easier. All right, back in a bit. All right, I got it all done. I ground the tacks down along the top. Make sure you take your bracketry off. like your door handle. Was stuck on, had a spot weld going through right here when it's all chewed up, and it was, the top here was a little tough, but no. So that's the shell. This is the skin. In a nutshell, we got this off. I'm gonna hang this on the wall. That's how to remove a door skin without going crazy. And this is what you're left with. And a lot of times I'll take, see how they put these little blobs here? Essentially that's an adhesive, so the panel sits on this. A lot of the times the panel doesn't really sit on these brackets that well, and you'll get a little bit of vibration with the door skin. So what I like to do is when I put my skins on and flip it upside down, I'll load this all up with seam sealer. Here, here, and everywhere else that you can see. So now I just got to work on trimming all this stuff off and cleaning it off, and then I got to rebuild this whole bottom edge here. So that'll be for another video at another time. This is Mark from the Second Gen. A little bit of work done today. Fellas, be safe, be well. Thanks for watching, commenting. You guys are the best. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace.